Jai Shri Ram. The Bharata Savitri is four verses, slokas, which encapsulates the entire message of the Mahabharata. Vyasa himself wrote this. I am going to read it out for you. Mata Pitru Sahasrani Putradara Shatani cha Samsare Shwanubhutani Yanti Yasyanti Chapare. First one. Mata Pitru Sahasrani Putradara Shatani cha Samsare Shwanubhutani Yanti Yasyanti Chapare. Thousands of mothers and fathers and hundreds of sons and wives arise in the world and depart from it. Others will also arise, relatives, and similarly depart. Now, the first message of Vyasa, which is the moral of the Mahabharata. That means, this reincarnation cycle will continuously go on. So, don't be overly attached. That's the first message. I'll repeat it for you. Mata Pitru Sahasrani Putra Dara Shatanicha. Dara means spouse, wife, or it can also mean husband, implied meaning. Mata Pitru Sahasrani Putra Dara Shatanicha Samsare Shwanubhutani Yanti Yasyanti Chapare. Okay, next one. Now the next verse, shloka. Harshasthana Sahasrani Bhayasthana Shatanicha. Harshasthana Sahasrani Bhayasthana Shatanicha Divase Divase Mudham Avishantina Panditam. So that means there will be thousands of occasions for joy and hundreds of occasions for fear, bhayam. These affect only the ignorant, the mudha will be affected by it, but one who is a wise Krishna Bhakta will not be affected by it. So remember, he said thousands of occasions for joy. Small joys are there. The small things of life, they give us joy. The big joys are anyway restricted by your prarabdha karma. So don't bother about that. Develop the capacity to face them. Thousands of occasions of joy and hundreds of occasions of fear. Now, what are these occasions of fear? Occasions of fear basically mean those situations in which if you fall prey to temptation, you will again have to take birth, perhaps not as a human being, maybe as an animal, as a beast. If you start eating meat and chicken, and then mamsaha, you will be born again as an animal. You eat the animal, you become an animal, and that animal becomes a human and it will slaughter your neck. It will slaughter you. That's the meaning of the word mamsaha. Mamsaha means I will become him. Now he is cutting my neck, he is eating me. Of course, you are not cutting, but you are paying supari. Committing a crime or getting someone else to commit a crime, the punishment is the same. So, what do you call that? Solicitation. Now, this is a term in law. Solicitation, is simple meaning is request. To solicit means to request. But solicit has a dangerous second meaning. Solicit means a call girl or a prostitute seeking customers and offering sex in exchange for money. So please don't use this word solicit in your marriage card. See, we Hindus have developed an obsession for English. On the wedding cards, people are writing, we solicit your gracious presence on the auspicious occasion of our daughter's wedding. Are Baba, why do you want to use this word solicit, which has a dangerous double meaning? Please don't use that. Use the word request. Okay, so that is one point. Solicitation means the act of requesting. Solicitation in law means getting someone to commit a crime, to suborn, S-U-B-O-R-N. Suborn means to corrupt somebody, S-U-B-O-R-N. Solicitation is the act of supari, paying money to somebody and getting him to commit a crime. The punishment is the same, or probably slightly lesser, but the punishment is there nevertheless. You cannot escape. So, Divase Divase Mudam. Where did we stop? What are these occasions of fear? The occasions of fear are those situations in which if you fall prey to temptation, then you will have to be born again. So, the risk of having to be born again is a source of fear. Please understand. Bhayavaha in Bhagavad Gita also. Swadharme nidhanam shreyah paradharmo bhayavaha. So, Paradharma is very scary. That's what Krishna says. Why is it scary? What is that scary part? Very simple, like I told you. Scariness, or what you should be fearful about, is the risk of having to be born again. See, human birth is very rare. That is why the Veda says, Uttishta, Jagrata, Varan Nibodata, Kshurasya Dhara Nishita Duratyaya. This is in the Katha Upanishad. Katha Upanishad. Uttishta, Jagrata, Varan Nibodata, Kshurasya Dhara, Kshurasanna Dhara, Kshurasya Dhara, Nishita Duratyaya, Patah Tat Kavayo Vadanti. The great wise men, Kavi means wise man. Today Kavi means poet. In Vedic language, Kavi means Rishi, a knowledgeable person. Krishna is called, or Brahman is called, Kavim Kavinam. That means he is the most knowledgeable of all the knowledgeable people. So what is Veda telling you? This human birth is very rare. So please make every effort to get out of this never-ending cycle of birth and death. That is the concept of moksha in Hinduism. So that is why Vyasa is saying, Harshasthana sahasrani bhayasthana shatani cha divase divase mudham avishantina panditam. The fools repeatedly get fooled. The fools are becoming idiots. But if you are a wise person, you will not be disturbed or perturbed by this. So that is the second moral. Harshasthana sahasrani bhayasthana shatani cha. Every minute you need to be careful and vigilant, because temptations will keep coming. And if you fall prey, then you're finished. It is like walking on the edge of the razor. The Veda said that. Just now I read it out, Katha Upanishad. Okay. So, Krishna also advises how to deal with these temptations. Second chapter, 58th shloka. Yada samharate chayam kurmongani va sarvashaha indriyani indriyarthebhyas tasya prajna pratishtita. 258. Krishna is giving us the analogy of a tortoise. You know, a tortoise, when it senses any danger, it withdraws its limbs and withdraws its head into the shell. And after the danger has passed, the tortoise will come out. Krishna is telling you to do the same thing. Whenever you face temptations, and temptations are very strong. Even a wise man, Vishwamitra ran away after Menaka. So great, Shantanu fell for Satyavati, and the whole butterfly effects started, and it led to Mahabharata Kurukshetra war. If Shantanu had not fallen prey, his son Bhishma had to be put on the throne. But a man of 50, 60 is still lusting after somebody, and he was lusting after Satyavati. And then Satyavati's father said, no, see, only her sons should be sitting on the throne, and Bhishma took the vows, and that is how the whole butterfly effects, small events which seem to be unconnected, finally lead to a disastrous consequence. That's called the chaos theory. Butterfly effects are there in our life also. Butterfly effect simply means, the definition of butterfly effect. The flapping of the wings of a butterfly in the forest, Amazon forest, can bring about a tornado somewhere or prevent a tornado from occurring. The same thing is called chaos theory. The definition is slightly different. The definition of chaos theory is sensitive dependence on initial conditions. Both these names are different, but the theory is the same. What it means is, very small things which we think are unimportant all add up to some final consequence which can be disastrous. So be careful. Be careful. Krishna's laws are very stringent. There is no escaping. People may think that they can escape, but they will not. Okay. So that is what Vyasa is telling us. Harshasthana sahasrani bhayasthana shatani cha divase divase mudham avishantina panditam. The next one. Urdhvabahur viraumyesha nachakaschit shrunoti me dharmad arthascha kamascha sa kimartha na sevyate. Vyasa is saying, with uplifted arms I am crying aloud, Are Baba, Urdhvabahur viraumyesha nachakaschit shrunoti me. Nobody is listening to me, though I am shouting at the top of my voice and raising my hands. That the best way, the only way, in fact the best way. There are other ways also. Through dharma, you should earn money and satisfy your desires, but nobody is listening. And why are you not listening? Oh humanity, please listen. If you earn money and satisfy desires in a dharmic way, there will be no repercussions. Why are you not listening to this? This is a royal highway available, but you are getting into the bylanes. Chakkari Rajamargam undaga sandula dura nelavo manasa, Tyagaraja said. So that's what Vyasa is saying. And then finally he gives another injunction, authoritative warning. न जातु कामान न भयान न लोभात धर्मे त्यजेत जिजीव तस्यापि हेतोः नित्यो धर्म सुख दुखे त्वनित्ये जीवो नित्यो हेतुरस्य त्वनित्यः, which means never abandon dharma. Neither for the sake of satisfying a desire, nor out of fear, nor out of greed should you give up dharma. Don't give up dharma. Even if necessary, give up your life, but don't give up dharma. That's what Vyasa is saying. Because dharma is eternal. Pleasure and pain are temporary. Jivatma, our Jivatma, is eternal. The cause, however, of Jivas being invested with a body is ephemeral, fugitive, fugacious, evanescent, transient, temporary. So the reason why we took birth, that is temporary, but our essential nature, that is Jivatma, we are eternal. Therefore, never give up dharma. So these are the 4 verses called the Bharata Savitri. Please listen again, I'll quickly read them out for you. I've already explained the meaning. Mata Pitu, this is the moral of the Mahabharata. What is the moral of the Mahabharata? 4 verses. After listening to whatever I told you, you are free to elaborate, add your own examples and deliver a talk somewhere. Inspire people. Krunvanto Vishwamaryam. The Veda, the Ved means knowledge. It's not Vedas. They have distorted it like that. The Ved commands that all human beings have a moral obligation to spread knowledge and uplift the whole of mankind, edify them. Aryatvam. Arya is not a race like that idiot, Hitler believed, Aryan race. And many jokers believed it's an Aryan race. There's no Aryan race. Bloody fools. Aryan invasion theory has been completely destroyed, debunked. Dr. Ambedkar destroyed it completely also, and many other scholars also. So Arya is not a race. Arya simply means a very cultured, refined, educated human being who works for the upliftment of mankind. Krunvanto Vishwam Aryam. That is the injunction in the Vedas. Make the whole world Arya. That means uplift, edify the whole of mankind. Now these 4 verses I am going to read again for you. Mata Pitru Sahasrani Putradara Shatani cha. Samsare Shwanubhutani Yanti Yasyanti Chapare. Harshasthana Sahasrani Bhayasthana Shatani cha Divase Mudham Avishantina Panditam. Najatu Urdhvabahur Viraumyesha Nachak Kaschit Shrunoti me. Dharmad arthascha kamascha sa kimartham na sevyate. Rhetorical question. Why are you not utilizing this simple path of dharma to achieve all that you want, and so that you don't have to face any repercussions? इतना अच्छा तरीका बता रहा हूं मैं, कोई नहीं सुन रहा. Vyasa is lamenting. बाबा क्या करूं? And finally, न जातु कामान भयान न जातु कामान न भयान न लोभात धर्मे त्यजेत जिजीव तस्यापि हेतोः नित्यो धर्मः सुख दुःख त्वनित्ये जीवो नित्यो हेतुरस्य त्वनित्यः. Never abandon dharma. Don't abandon dharma, whatever be the reason, out of fear, out of greed. Never, even if necessary, lose your life, but don't give up dharma. This is the moral. This is called Bharata Savitri. This is the moral of the entire Mahabharata. Please try to memorize the slokas and pass on this video to everyone, and kindly subscribe to my channel Rama Karya Dhurandhar. All of us have a duty to reboot Hinduism and usher in Rama Rajya. Jai Shri Ram.